Welcome to this week's episode where we're going to go over building a community around your brand. My name's Jay.
And I'm Brian.
And we're going to try and get this wrapped under 10 minutes today. No promises, though. For the listener, I'm going to take a step back on this episode because building a community is something that I've personally struggled, right? I have my personal network in real life, but building a community and a network digitally where people are motivated to interact with what you're doing and other people in that community is something that I've struggled with. So this seems to be a little bit more in Brian's ball court, especially seeing as how the Accountables is essentially a community. It's a community of other entrepreneurs and successful minded people that are actually striving towards their version of success to come together every week and try and help each other. Brian, I'm going to let you pull weight on this one. This one's on you.
Community. I am 100% fan of social selling. We're doing this to grow an audience, which is a community. We want to migrate that audience to wherever it is we're selling our goods. And it's not the only reason we're doing this. Building that community and building a loyal following is paramount. That's step one. And to do that, providing value is key. And if we go back a few years, we ran a podcast that was 100% community. These people wanted to interact with each other. And it was very niche, but because A, it was super niche, and B, there was no real place for community, what was built, which was just a Facebook group. More people belonged to the Facebook group than actually listened to the podcast.
I didn't know that.
Number two, that group is still active today with nothing new having been posted in over 2 years. And that's because it's community. It's no longer dependent on us. And there's people inside of that community that understands its intent, that kind of keep the peace, if you will, keep people in line, which is wonderful. And it's still serving the mission of helping those who are seeking the help within that niche. So that's example one of community. Example two is a meetup group I started 6 years ago based around content creators. It's still pretty active. Every once in a while, people fall off, but we gain more people monthly than we lose people. And all of the events went from in-person to virtual when COVID kicked, and they stayed virtual because, be honest, it's easier. I don't have to vacuum the floor and set up chairs, and the people that are coming are still getting deeper and deeper into my funnel. Number one. Number two, they're learning who I am, what I'm about. They know who I am, and I'm building trust every time I put on a virtual event with them. And that is paramount. As that grows and more people know me, more people like me, more people are going to convert to a paying customer when they visit the funnels that I've built and I've established.
So I have a question for you. I know I'm interrupting, but I think I would have a difficult time building a community and it growing past what I initially intended to grow, which one, I would have mixed feelings. I'd be like, this is so cool. This isn't what I originally wanted. But how do you manage it outgrowing you as the founder, right? Because I'm sure you interact regularly, but it almost takes on its own life. There's a point in which the brand or the community no longer is yours. It's the community and you're part of it. How do you manage that?
The cool thing is the brand's still us. The community's policing itself. And the original intent for this podcast was to find people in the same situation. When these people were diagnosed with what they were diagnosed with, it was such a lonely feeling. Only 4 million Americans are diagnosed with this. That's nothing in comparison to the population of the US. And so having a place where you can talk to somebody that's lived with this condition, longer than you have, and you can ask advice. What works? What doesn't work? I'm experiencing this. How can I handle it? It's just this perpetual engine to where the group's helping each other out. We no longer have to be involved. Every once in a while, maybe once a month, I'll log in and let new people in. My wife's really good at banning people who are trying to take over the community and move people to their funnel or sell their goods to the community that she started. That's about it.
That's heavy. I didn't know that was happening in that community.
It's still serving the purpose of having community, having somebody to bounce things off of. So we've just backed off and let it live.
By the way, those enforcers are called moderators, right?
Right.
So there are a couple other platforms that you can use outside of Facebook. Facebook is widely adopted, but moderators are huge in the
success and the longevity.
Yeah, if anyone here, you have any experience online gaming or Discord or NFTs or crypto, anything that has to do with Discord, you know what I'm talking about. Discord is just another platform for anyone who doesn't know. It's digital. It's on your phone, your laptop. You have your login, but you can actually opt into a number of different communities and be part of the conversation.
And this is creating a community is feeding that human need of wanting to be part of something greater than themselves. And that's why organizations like the Elks Club, the Rotary Club, numbers are declining. However, everything ebbs and flows. Eventually, numbers are going to come back up as people leave organizations and they're finding their entertainment with the endless scroll. They're eventually going to go, oh, I miss being around people. Let me go back to these organizations, which is a good thing.
Hybrid.
What's that?
I think it's going to be a hybrid. I think the Elks Lodge is going to go digital, but then still have weekly meetups.
You know what's funny? I, as an experiment, put together a meetup that's happening tomorrow just to see the vitality of this group under my leadership, because there's a few group leaders and we handle different parts of the county, if you will. And boof, people are just popping in. Is it me? Is it locale? Is it timing? We'll find out, because I'm going to talk to people while I'm there. But in person still has a purpose. I pay to go to a networking group once a month, and there's a fee at the door, but there's 300 people. It, in my mind, as a business owner, a small business owner, is a target rich environment. And I'm burning through people. I'm collecting cards. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see I posted a picture of all the cards I collected of the people I was interested in building a relationship with, which is community. And you know what? If you ever meet me at a networking group and I put your business card in my left breast pocket, that means you're going to hear from me. If I put your business card in the right breast pocket, that means the first trash can I see, I'm throwing your business card away, because you're not my people. You're not my ideal client. I don't feel like there could be a beneficial relationship.
You just gave people a complex.
What's that?
You just gave our listeners a complex. Some person unrelated to you is going to put their business card in their right breast pocket.
Like, oh,
they don't want to play with it.
That cost 13 cents. I need it back. But that's about growing community. I don't look at my CRM as leads. I look at them as people who need and or want the help that I provide. And whether they do it for a fee or whether they attend one of my free webinars, I'm still helping them. I'm providing value. That's going to pay itself back eventually. They're going to run into somebody, I love your content. I'm trying to do my own thing, but I don't know where to start. They're going to go, I've got the guy for you. And that's the kind of community I want. And that's why it's about giving. I have people that have been in my funnel for 7 years that haven't bought, and that's okay. They still keep coming. They still keep consuming. They still keep applying the knowledge they're learning from me to their own products, and they're doing great. Awesome.
So I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
What is, and this is a practical one. So this is, I'm sure it's just one of many answers to this question, but I have my own Discord. I haven't funneled anyone in there yet because I haven't put any content out. I haven't really defined what I want the community to be focused on. Now, I understand the moment that you initiate what that community focus is, it can still evolve, but you have to stay in the similar area. How do you get people into your community? I'm sure I'm not the only one that has this hurdle, and you've been doing this for a few years now.
On previous episodes, we've talked about a mission statement. What's the mission of that community you are trying to build? And I ask that because that's going to somewhat dictate of where you try to build and grow this community. I belong to a few Discord servers, and it's overwhelming to me. It's so many conversations going on so many channels or whatever the hell they're called on the side, and I just don't want to spend my time there. I really don't. And I've owned my own Discord server. And for what I don't think that piece of real estate was the place my audience would congregate. So for example, Meetup it's a paid product. However, in person or virtual, best of both worlds. And Meetup is its own search engine that's filtered by location, interests. So people are constantly finding me on Meetup that's costing me $0 to market. And then I can take that Meetup event and publish it to social media, converting my followers from social onto a platform where I can interact with them more so than others. What's the intent of the community you're trying to build? What are their expectations of community? For example, I belong to a networking group that is cigars. We pay $50 at the door. We get, in my opinion, more than our money's worth for that price tag, but they're outdoor events. And let's face it, people who can spend money on a good cigar have expendable money to pay for my services.
That's also linked to the price point of your services. Before we recorded this episode, Brian and I just got into a short conversation. I have a couple projects that I'm currently building out right now that I'm incredibly excited about. I don't want to talk too much about it, but the price points of entry, I have it priced a little higher than a majority of people would be comfortable with, just because I know what it saves. I know what the cost expense otherwise would be. So what my tool replaces actually replaces a huge, way bigger spend. Now, I think it has to be linked to that price point of what your offer is. I wouldn't be able to offer those ticket items to someone on Facebook, really. Like people on Facebook, I feel aren't in the buying mode. So,
or in my opinion, the majority of the people on Facebook don't have the budget for an item like that, like you and I are discussing that you're building now. That's more of a LinkedIn environment. That's more of a company with a marketing budget. And we know the majority of the companies in America, their idea of marketing is a social media post. They don't have a budget. They're lucky to have a Canva account. But you know what? What you're offering, that low end of what you're getting ready to offer, that would be a great place to build community for future products.
okay.
Once a month, once a week, from this hour to this hour, jump on this virtual call and I'll answer your questions. We'll play with experiments. We'll try this. I might introduce a new product.
Oh, that might do. I like that strategy actually. I remembered how to write
the low end. And let's keep it real. If I'm going to spend, say, $500 to join for access to a piece of software or a product, and it comes with a weekly virtual meeting for Q&A, people most likely aren't going to use it because they want the answer now because the problem is now. But they might think of, oh, this would be a good topic for the meeting. And when they go there, there's less stress, there's less confrontation. Hey, what do you think about this? And it could be a very engaging back and forth, drive your mind for future development or drive your mind to, hey, that is a great question. Maybe I should build a one page to help everybody else get through that issue. Add to that FAQ. And that's the basis of community. Nobody's going to go to a community. You're going to pay $10 out the door to get slapped in the face, get a beer thrown in your face and walk out. No.
Sounds like a good Saturday night.
You want to feel appreciated. You want to hang with friends. You need to walk away with some value. And that's the basis of community. But Explore the different platforms that are out there, Mighty Networks, Facebook groups, build your own website with a community backend, a meetup group, a Discord server. Where is the majority of your intended audience, that ideal customer persona? Where do they live right now? We don't want to take them from Twitter and dump them onto a Nostr environment. They're not compatible. So build that community where you think it's going to be able to grow and flourish the most.
No, thank you. I wish I had a pad and paper right now because I'd write all that down. I'm sure we're going to talk after this episode, but
I know the guy transcribing this, so you'll be able to go back through it.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I'm sure our viewers appreciate. You guys just, by the way, you guys just saw real-time consultation by Brian. You guys just listened in on that. So that we didn't preface that in our brief for this episode. That just happened.
You know what? Maybe we'll do a part 2 on this because we are 18 minutes into our 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, no, we can wrap up.
Cool.
Cannibals.network. That's where you can find both Brian and myself, where we talk and meet weekly about our wins, losses, goals, and how to actually win.
And right now there's 3 weekly meetings, one for the accountables, more business-minded, personal development-minded. Tonight, Tuesday nights, are the podcasters discussions, everything about podcasting. Thursday nights are bloggers, people blogging and wanting to grow their blog and their audience and whatnot. So 3 separate meetings, 3 separate focuses. Come on over, check it out.
Yep. There's a free option too, by the way, guys. You just kind of get familiar with everything, have access to some of the recordings.
To bring you into my community.
Yeah. I hope this was beneficial, everyone. Before we sign off, I do want to leave you guys with one thought. You'd be surprised at how many people get out of the car to help you move yours if they see you pushing yours first. Same thing with business. Same thing with your community. Leverage your friends, leverage family, friends of friends. If people see you moving, they see you excited, they don't see you pissed off, they're more likely to jump on.
You're motivating me, man. If you have a goal or a vision to achieve something, write it down, plan it out. If you're going to make it dependent on the activities of somebody else, make sure you budget for their time and attention. Don't depend on somebody's charity to help you accomplish what you want to accomplish in life. If it comes, awesome. Grasp it, be grateful for it, and continue to march, but don't expect it.
Awesome. That wraps today's episode. My name's Jay. You can find me at jayalba.com. Currently working on a couple of projects. I will release those when they're ready to be released. But I'll definitely let you know here in this podcast or on my Instagram. So just keep an eye out for that, which is also J Alba Jr. on Instagram.
And I'm super stoked about your projects, and I can't wait to see them grow. This is going to be phenomenal. So kudos to you, Jay.
Nah, thank you, man. And where can we find you, Brian?
Hit me at accountables.network. That's the best place to find me. You can message me there, create a free account, check out the courses, check out the webinar replays if you want. And it costs you nothing other than your email address. And then obviously you're in my funnel.
Yeah.
So, you're in front of me.
All right, guys. Until next week, hope you have a good one and go kill it.
Appreciate y'all.